right. What up, people? I think I'm live. Hold on. I wanted to talk about real quick hypergamy or hypergamy. You guys got to let me know if I'm saying it right. You feel what I'm saying? Got to let me know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, what certain dudes, and I'm on my phone right now, just to let you guys know. So I don't got the Skype on right now, but I'm on the phone. You feel me? I am, making it happen because I'm actually recording. I'm downloading something on my regular computer. So I'm just on the phone with you guys, so I can see you guys in the chat. What's up, JJ Smith? What's going on? And I still got it over there, so I can still see it. But real quick, I'm not gonna be here too long. But what up, Johnny Quest? What's going on? Wanted to talk about what red pill guys won't tell you about hypergamy or hypergamy. I always don't know if I'm fucking saying it right. But anyway, so hypergamy, we'll just say it at that. What up, Fair Play? Is, when they say that women are going to jump at the opportunity to get, with hotter, not hotter guys or better guys or guys who have a better social status or whatever, right? Now, some of that is true. Now, I'm not saying that's not true because a lot of that is true. Like some women will actually try to get with a dude who has, better things going for him. You understand what I'm saying? But what up, Jermaine Jones was popping. But what a lot of these dudes won't tell you, these red pill dudes, a lot of what these red pill dudes won't tell you is that if you have a woman's mind, she's not going to go anywhere. All right, I'm going to say that again. If you have a woman's mind, she's not going to go anywhere. See, that's what a lot of cats don't understand when it comes to this game. See, when dudes are talking about, because what the argument usually is they'll say, you can't trust these girls because you're gonna get with a girl and she's gonna leave you for some other dude who's bigger, better, whatever it is, right? But what happens is that if this chick is into you, if this chick has an emotional connection to you, if you have this girl's mind, meaning that this girl is so about you that it's ridiculous, this chick ain't going nowhere. See, what a lot of the guys who, when they talk about this whole like, red pill stuff, when it comes to like, they say, well, the girl, she's going to leave you for the next guy. It's really talking about that girl in relation to superficial things. You understand? So that means that this girl wasn't really into you in the first place. So when the other guy came along who had more money than you, who was probably better looking than you, she just bounced on you and got with him. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing you got to understand is that a lot of the dudes who are red pill guys, when they talk about this, hypergamy stuff, and again, I'm not saying they're wrong. There's a lot of stuff they're saying that's actually true, but what they're leaving out is the fact that if a chick is emotionally connected to you, if a chick is extremely into you, she's not just gonna bounce and leave you at the drop of a hat because some other guy came along because he's a better looking dude. It doesn't work that way. You understand? So David Hizzy still has the notifications. I don't know, bro. The the YouTube be on that shit sometimes. But this is also, you got to look at it too, is this. Is, when you're dealing with a chick, right? Like picture this, right? You've been with a chick for 2 years. This is your girl, your girlfriend. Or even let's say she's not even your girlfriend, it could be a chick who you've been fucking for 2 years, or just a chick who's just really into you, right? But let's just say girlfriend for sake of argument, right? She's been with you for 2 years. She's feeling you. She's emotionally connected to you. right? Now, let's say some other dude comes along, just out of the blue, and he, he just, he just comes and talks to your girl, right? Now, your girl could be attracted to him. Your girl could think he's, handsome. She could think, oh my God, this guy looks like he has a lot of money. But what's going to happen is this. Your girl who is feeling you, who actually loves you, who actually has, has this connection with you, is not going to call you on the phone and be like, listen, it's over, and go to that next dude tomorrow. It ain't going to happen. Because one, she already has that connection to you, and two, she has more security with you, meaning that she don't know if this other dude is going to be there. So Johnny Quest, you said, I'm looking on the other camera, the other thing too, so I can see all the comments. You said, so she has to leave you because, for example, because a dude came along with more money. Is that to say that she was not that emotionally invested in you? Exactly. So if a chick leaves you immediately for some other dude who has more money, or because she thought he was cuter or whatever, she was never really fucking with you in the first place. You understand? So, because I'll even use myself as an example, because people say, "Oh, dude, how are you in an open relationship? Aren't you scared that your wife or your girl or whatever is going to leave you?" Right? See, why hasn't the women that I deal with, how come they haven't left me yet? Because I know they've been with dudes who I would consider better looking than me. I know they've been with dudes who actually have more money than me. I know this for a fact. For facts, like I know this for a fact. Why did they not go? You know why? Because I got this. I got their fucking minds. You understand what I'm saying? But see, that's what the red pill guys, when they talk about hypergamy, don't talk about. You see what I'm saying? I'll put it to you like this. Let's flip it around. Let's flip it around. Let's say, right? Let's say for sake of argument, you was with a girl that you really liked. Let's say this chick is like a 7 or 8. You feel what I'm saying? You think she's a 7 or 8. You've been with this girl for a year and a half. She gives you, she has sex with you. The sex is great. She treats you good. Everything is on point, right? Now let's say one day you out with your boys and you meet some other girl and she's really hot. She might be a 9 or a 10, right? Now, let's say that 9 or 10, is flirting with you, right? Are you going to now leave your girl that you've been with for a year and a half, who's a 7 or 8 or whatever, giving you good sex? Are you just gonna quickly leave her tomorrow and then just call it a day? You might fuck the other girl. You understand what I'm saying? You might have a one night stand with her, but you ain't leaving. Rob Cruz, you said red pill is knowing how society works. See, and that's the funny part about the whole red pill shit. Most of the dudes who, okay, let's look at it like this. We could get a little deep on here. There's the truth, and there's there's your truth. So the truth is, let's say for example, the truth is, you guys are watching me right now talk, and I'm looking at your comments and seeing what you guys are saying. That's the truth. Now, your truth may be, Mr. Locario said A, B, and C. And another guy's truth may be, I heard Mr. Locario say D, E, and F. So that could be even literally what I said or what you interpreted it as. You understand? So a lot of dudes, when they talk about red pill, a lot of it is how they're interpreting certain situations based off of their experiences. You understand? So, and you know, any red pill dudes, they could feel free to leave comments after this video in the chat, whatever it is. But from my understanding and my knowledge, because I could be wrong, just let me, you know, let me know. Let me fucking know if I'm wrong, because I don't want to, you know. But from what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing about the whole red pill, it's supposed to be like, you know, the truth about, you know, women and relationships and all this other shit, right? But what's funny is that what your experience is could be different than other guys' experience. So what is the truth when it comes to that, when it comes to dealing with these women? Sean C, you said, why do you need a MGTOW movement to go your own way? Just go your own way. See, y'all don't want me to get into all that. I'm just saying. I mean, I've been saying that forever, but you know. But the thing is that when it comes to, and this is the thing, because red pill will say, look, oh, it's about, you know, looks, money, and status, right? So this is MGTOW dude. There's a couple of MGTOW dudes that I've watched their videos. Because look, I want to learn. I want to see what other people are talking about. I want to understand what the deal is. So I watch some MGTOW videos. I watch some dudes who say on that red pill shit. I watch some, you know, true force loneliness videos. I watch some of the fucking incels, all that other shit, right? So, you know, I was watching this MGTOW video. And he was saying, you know, the red pill is about looks, money, status. So if you don't have looks, money, or status, you know, you can't get women. Which was ironic because the guy who was doing the video, you know, was the dude that most would consider as good looking. You feel what I'm saying? You said break down hypergamy. So basically, I guess the simple way to put it is more so like, saying that women are always looking to trade up. You said most red pill guys don't have much experience with women. You know, most red pill guys don't have that much experience with women. They really should not be putting their opinion out there, something they know nothing about. Facts, Camden. This I've been saying this. Don't know. You said red pill is the truth about intergender dynamics, more or less. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. You gotta understand. So if because I'm watching these videos and dudes is like, yo, it's all about looks, money, status. If you don't got that, then give up. Don't bother. You're gonna be TFL, whatever. You're gonna be this guy who's never gonna get girls and all this other stuff. But the actual truth is, when you look outside objectively, you see motherfuckers who most people would say aren't that good looking with women. You see a lot of guys who don't have money with women. So what is the red pill? What is the truth? You feel what I'm saying? You say you think I'm talking about the misapplication of red pill conclusions. So, you know, I'm just like, what is that? What is that red pill really? And so, but the thing about, you know, hypergamy or whatever, where we're talking about, you know, women trading up, that does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. A woman, she'll be like, okay, this guy's better. I'm going to try to fuck with him. You understand? And a lot of guys, they get upset at that shit. They're pissed off about that shit. But what you have to understand is, and again, that's and them saying that women are trading up, women want the best of this and that. Militant Kane is in the chat. I'm so glad to hear you said Lucario Hammer's red pill / MGTOW because it is 100% threat to his business. Hilarious. Let me tell you something, Militant Kane. The stuff that I'm talking about now is charity. I'm going to say that again. The stuff that I'm talking about now is charity. What do I mean by that? I mean that MGTOW and red pill dudes and all this other stuff, that's not even my audience. You see what I'm saying? So I have people who are in my audience who ask me about this stuff, which is why I'm talking about it. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is. It's charity. This is what I'm saying. Because I already had so many people that say, Mr. O'Carter, why do you keep talking about looks, money, status thing? Why do you keep talking about this shit? These dudes don't get it. You feel what I'm saying? Hilarious, man. Crazy. Brendan Taylor, you said men trade up too. Let a woman get fat and see how long they stay. Real talk. The dudes be doing that shit too. Real dudes be doing that shit too. Oh my goodness. Wait, who is this Eric dude? Let me get Eric out the chat room or something, because this motherfucker. Hold on. How do I get this motherfucker out the joint? Let me see if I could fucking remove this nigga. Hold on, let me see. Let me get him out of there. Crazy. Dude just freaking trolling heavy. But yeah, that's the thing. See, the reason why I'm trying to explain to dudes who, you know, about this whole hypergamy shit is that a lot of cats is misguided when it comes to the game. This is what it is. You said, so how can you tell if a woman will trade up given the opportunity? What's the thing? If your girl ain't feeling you for real, she's ready to trade up. You understand? See, this is the problem. A lot of cats don't know how to be that dude that the chick actually wants to be with. You understand? You said, so hypergamy doesn't exist? I know, I didn't say it don't exist. I said it does exist. I'm saying that if you have a chick's mind, you ain't got to worry about that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about that shit. If you have a chick's mind, you ain't got to worry about fucking hypergamy. You only have to worry about hypergamy if you don't have a chick's mind. Because if I'm dealing with a chick and the only reason she's with me is because I got money, then she's going to leave me for the guy who has more money. But if I got her mind, she will think twice before leaving me. You know why? Because she can't find me nowhere else. She can find more money. She can find a better looking guy. She can find a guy who has more status. That's why you're scared, because you have no depth to you, which is why you're worried about hypergamy. Let's keep this shit real. Let's keep this shit funky. You know what I'm saying? You said it all comes down to game, women will stay if you have. That's what dude, I've been trying to tell these motherfuckers that. But they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? They do not want to listen. You said, how do you get a chick's mind? Well, this is the thing. First of all, you have to figure out how valuable you are. Once you figure out how valuable you are, when a woman interacts with you, right, then what's going to happen is she's going to get connected to you based off of who you are and what you're about. Then when she does that, she says, okay, damn, well, I'm so into this dude. I feel a certain way around him. I can only get that feeling with him. You said there's no such thing as game. It's either she likes you or not. Having game is what? Superficial. What do you do? What are you talking about? Do you understand what game is? Having game is a strategy. You understand what I'm saying? It's real simple. It's like this. Let me tell you guys something. Let me put it in this sort of situation so that you can understand. Let's say you have a favorite artist, right? Favorite musician. You love this musician. You love everything they do. Let's use someone like, I don't know, Kendrick Lamar or something. You love Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is the shit. You love the way he rhymes. You love his music. You love everything he's doing, right? Because you have such a connection to his art, right? You keep coming back for more. You keep fucking with his shit. You keep looking at the stuff that he's doing, right? So if another person comes along, you're not gonna just say, oh, well, there's this new nigga over here, so let me just not fuck with Kendrick Lamar anymore. No, you like fucking with this dude, which is why you're gonna keep fucking with him. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to stop fucking with him because you found someone you like better. Even if you like the person better, you still probably keep fucking with Kendrick Lamar because you like Kendrick Lamar. Because he has something there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, like, it's like dudes be mad scared in the game because you know, they don't have any fucking confidence in shit. You know what I'm saying? You said with a chick you're compatible with, be more likely to see your value? Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. But this is what, see, this is the thing that the dudes don't talk about when we talk about hypergamy. Carrier, you said because of the advice you've been seeing multiple women, that's what's up. That's what's popping. Mayhem, we said that's a straw man argument because Kendrick Lamar is not going to be the only rapper people are going to listen to. People can stop listening to him. People can stop listening to him because they're not interested anymore. Okay, this is what I'm saying. If you're not interested, then you'd stop. If you're interested, you keep listening. You get it? So what it is that you said I sound like I'm defending female nature. Why would I need to defend female nature? Is female nature. What I'm saying is if you like something and you're into it, you're not going nowhere. That's my point. You understand what I'm saying? See, the problem is if the chick bounces on you, she wasn't fucking with you in the first place. She wasn't fucking with you in the first place. You feel what I'm saying? That's what dudes don't get. That's what cats do not get. I'm just like, yo, like what's going on in these streets out here, man? Then we got a lot of trolls in here today. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Soon as you start talking some real shit, niggas get you know, upset and shit. You said why are the trolls in here? Because the trolls are in here because soon as you start talking some shit that shakes their reality, they get upset. You understand? So, you know, but that's what dudes got to understand about this whole fucking hypergamous nature and all that other shit. Is that, because look, again, I've been with my chick, my wife, for 12 years. 12 years. Right? We have an open relationship. She's been with guys who have more money than me. She's been with guys who, you know, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure are better looking than me in some cases. So why is she still here? Why? So what if it wasn't open? It'll still be the same. My ex-girl, we weren't open. Like my ex-girl before I was with my wife, we wasn't in an open relationship. We was together for almost 2 years. I didn't have a fucking job. The whole time I was with my ex-girl, I did not have a job. I was living with my mother. You understand? But my girl ain't go nowhere. You know why? Because I had her mind. You said, was I in MGTOW low key? Hilarious. Man. You said if a chick does not see your value, does that mean your value is not high enough, or does it mean she does not have the ability to recognize a high value dude? Usually it's she doesn't recognize your value, but also sometimes she doesn't recognize your value because you don't recognize your value. You feel what I'm saying? See, what's funny to me is I keep hearing, because a lot of it's like this. You guys know water is wet, right? When I hear or see these videos about a lot of the, like, you know, and I'm not saying that all of them is on some other shit, but I'm just saying I see a lot of these videos where they say, oh, you can't get a girl if this and this and that. And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I keep seeing all these videos where it sounds like they're saying water is not wet. And I'm like, what do you mean? Water is wet. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They're like, oh, you can't get a girl unless you got these model looks. Really? Nigga, I got a lot of clients who are not looking like models, getting chicks. How is this happening? Motherfuckers say you got to have a lot of money to get girls. Really? I see a lot of dudes with no money, myself included, when I was back in the day, fucking with my girlfriend, fucking with other chicks with $0, living at my fucking mom's house. You understand? Dudes talking about, oh, you got to have status and all this other shit. You understand? All of this stuff, but it's always debunked. Niggas talking about you can't tell chicks the truth. What? Nigga, I got a wife, a girlfriend, and I talk to other chicks, and I tell these chicks, listen, I got a girl and a wife. What is you saying? What do you see what I'm saying? What is motherfuckers saying out here? Ridiculous, man. I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, that shit is ridiculous. And it's funny because dude's talking about what's his name, Militant Kane. I need to have Militant Kane call up. I'm trying to wait for this fucking shit to finish rendering on my computer so I can try to get some calls in a second. I'm trying to make this shit, go. But dude's talking about, oh, you're the MGTOWs and the red pills are a threat to your business. I'm like, dude, are you insane? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Because if anything, if we want to talk about the business, right? Look, I don't want to get too into it. But just put it like this. I help lots of people. What up, old Johnny? What's popping? I help lots of people. And I am well compensated for my services. That's what I'm going to say that. Right? Then what I'm going to say is this also. You got a lot of dudes out here who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. A lot of dudes out here who are having frustrations with women, right? What's going to happen is this. These dudes are like people on a hunger strike, or they're trying to starve themselves or whatever. They doing some other shit, right? Now, what's going to happen is at some point, they're going to get hungry and want to eat, okay? They're going to get hungry and want to eat. Then when they're ready to come eat, that's when they're going to come to people like me, because I got the blueprint to show them where to get the food. That's it. So I'm like, it's hilarious that people don't understand this. It's gonna. You ever be in school and you don't do your homework and you don't pass the test? What happens? You get left back. A lot of these niggas online are left back. And until they start putting in that work, they're never gonna pass. It's that simple. It's that simple. That's all I'm gonna say. And this is why I said I'm doing charity work, because I don't really even need to talk about this. The reason why I'm talking about this is because there's certain dudes who don't understand, who are confused. I'm talking to the confused guys. I'm not talking to the MGTOW guys. I'm not talking to the guys who are TFLs and True First Loneliness. I'm not really talking to you guys. You guys can listen if you want. I'm talking to the guys who actually understand how important game is, want to learn game, and want to better themselves. You feel what I'm saying? That's who I'm talking to. You feel what I mean? I'm talking to the winners, man. Banana Bro, you said, what's your opinion on relationships in the workplace? You got to be very careful with that shit. That's my opinions. That's my opinion with that. I mean, there is a way to make it happen, but and this is why you guys should get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the book, because I talk about that. I talk about how to get your, how to holler at your coworkers and do it in a way where you don't really fuck your shit up. You feel me? But it's funny to me that cats out here. It's like dudes who Costas was popping. I ain't even seen him in the chat room. What's going on? What's going on? Magnetic Hill, you said red pill is about knowing what you're dealing with. Well, see, it's one thing to know fine, understand what you're dealing with, but what are you doing in your situation in relation to what you're dealing with? You see what I'm saying? Because truthfully, I see and I hear a whole bunch of complaining a lot of times when it comes to this. I don't hear any solutions. You understand? I don't hear any solutions from a lot of cats. I hear more, chicks be on that bullshit. They only want this. They only trying to do this. Chicks will do that and that and this and this and that. And I'm like, okay, so what's the solution to that? What's the solution? Or a better question is, why is that girl acting that way towards you? And why is she not acting that way towards the other guy? You feel what I'm saying? Why? Dudes don't ever ask that question. They just think, oh, well, this is how girls are, period. Or they'll say, oh, girls only want the top 20% guys. Cool. How do you become the top 20% guys if that's the case? Or can you not do it because it's all about looks, money, and status? And because you ain't got the looks, money, and status, there's nothing you can do. So all you're going to do is sit there and complain and just be like, well, fuck it. You see what I'm saying? Dudes love to be in that little loop so that they can avoid responsibility of making shit happen with their situation. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. I'm like, Jesus. Because, I talked about this on the Truth About the Game seminar. I was saying, listen, your looks can get chicks attention. A chick will like you because you're cute and want to talk to you because you're cute. Right? That's not even, we don't got to talk about that. But if you're using that as an excuse as to why you're not getting girls because you think you're not cute and you think every girl thinks you're ugly, and you think that no girl's ever gonna want to talk to you because you don't look like Brad Pitt or Idris Elba or Channing Tatum, then that's your fault. That's on you. Because you believe that shit. You know? You talking about that's the red pill, but you don't really know what the fuck the truth is. Because you talking to other motherfuckers who don't know what the truth is. Costas, you said you realize complaining doesn't get you anywhere. It makes you stuck. Is this the real Costas talking? Or is this an imposter? Because he always leaves comments talking about Mr. Locario, you on that bullshit. It's all about looks. That's the Costas I know. Are you learning game now? What's going on? He said girls like ugly guys because they look like meal tickets. Oh shit. Okay, it's the real Costas. Okay, because you was talking all the other stuff last time. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. Crazy. Man. You said Costas is all grown up now. You say you probably getting laid now. Because, yo, look, this is what I'm saying. Them dudes, the red pill dudes who's talking about hypergamy, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But they're leaving something out. That's what I'm saying. They're leaving out understanding that if a chick is really fucking with you, she ain't going nowhere. You understand? They're leaving that part out. Because you know what it is? They're coming from the perspective of a guy who hasn't had that much experience dealing with women who are cooperative. You understand? They're coming off of that type of energy. You said, is it possible to have a positive outlook without any positive experiences? Absolutely. See, this is what, let me get on that too, because a lot of cats be on that bullshit. They talk about, well, you know, I can't be confident because, nothing ever happened to me that makes me feel that I could be confident because the outside world hasn't given me validation to be confident. So I can't be confident because I'm like, fuck out of here with that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, dudes be on that well, I can't be confident because no girl said I was good looking. No girl said I was good looking, so I can't be confident. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. You say how much is a bad boy membership? $97 a month, $97 a month. You said guys have to tweak and learn how to change their mindset. Give it up makes you weak. Because see, if I took those guys' advice on confidence, speaking to you guys right now, y'all would not be. Y'all wouldn't be listening to me. You said you're asking because you're trying to see how can you be confident in something you have never been successful in. Okay, let's check that out. Let's unpack that thought. Answer me this. How was I confident enough to write a book when I've never written a book? Okay? Let's figure that shit out. Everybody, let's figure that out. How was I confident enough to write a book if I've never written a book before? How? How does that work? You understand? I'm really want to know. Because if you need to do something first and then be confident, you feel what I'm saying? Like, how do you see what I mean? How does that work? Because remember, your thoughts become your actions. So before you do, you think. Notice the guys who think they can't get girls What do you think they're doing? Not getting girls. The guys who think they can get girls, what are they doing? They're out there getting girls. Because always talking about, oh, well, you can't be confident unless, like I saw some video where the dude was like, well, if I do something and I mess up, then I'm only confident about the fact that I'm going to mess up. I'm like, nigga, that's on you. You feel what I'm saying? Johnny Quest, you say you don't know the answer, but on the flip side, what about the people's confidence to write a book but did not succeed? What do you mean? Because it's not about succeeding or failing. It's about doing. It's about doing. You understand? So that person can write a book or try to write a book and not succeed at writing the book, but they were confident enough to. So they don't let the fear of not being success or the outcome. No, they just go and do. You understand? Because some of your favorite rappers, singers, actors, you think these niggas just woke up one morning and became famous and rich? You think J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, all these niggas just woke up and they became who they were? Fuck no. These niggas got told, nigga, you whack. You can't do it. Your raps suck. You're garbage. And I'm like, dude, motherfuckers, y'all gonna learn soon. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna learn soon. Crazy. Oh my goodness, that should be killing me though. That should be killing me. You said, why isn't it full screen? Because I'm just on my phone. I just have it, straight up. You said, how do you differentiate between courage and confidence? It's basically the same shit. It's all semantics. Because I saw some video where this guy did that. He was like, oh, but, is a difference. Is courage and then there's confidence. Nigga, it's the same shit. Go to thesaurus.com, type in confidence, you're going to see courage. It's the same shit. Don't try to get all caught up in the semantics and all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? It's the same fucking shit. It's like somebody saying, what's the difference between big and large? Like, nigga, it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, stop missing out on shit, because it's like, they trying to find all these ways, ridiculous. Damn, this shit lagging. I'm actually looking at it on the screen while I'm doing it. You said confidence is the result of courage. You have the confidence within you. This is what you gotta understand. It's already there. You just gotta bring that shit out. You said courage is being afraid and still doing it. Exactly. Confidence. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's just funny. Shit is funny to me. Shit is funny to me, man. Shit is too funny. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You said confidence is no longer being afraid. No, that's not what, no. You can still be afraid and be confident. See, confidence is just the belief that you can do it and you just taking action on that belief. The fear, if you're fearful or not, that's just based off of you at the moment. You feel what I'm saying? Man. Johnny Quest, he said, so the main reason you do anything is to succeed. So if two guys try to spit at 100 chicks, one gets about 20 phone numbers and the other gets no numbers, should both feel confident. Yes. Oh my goodness. What is this? It's a $20 bill, right? It's a $20 bill, right? Now, imagine this $20 bill is you. This is you. You're the fucking $20 bill, right? Now, this is worth $20 bill. This is worth $20. Guess what? I'm crushing it up. I'm crushing up the $20 bill. I'm crushing up the $20 bill. Now, at one point it's crisp. Now it's all crushed up. Is this still worth $20? Is this still $20? Yes or no? Right? It's $20 whether it's crushed up like this or if it's out like this and it's crisp. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You guys got to understand that about yourselves. And this is why confidence. Because they're always worried. Then this shit lagging. This shit lagging like a motherfucker. Crazy. That's all I'm saying. Female pimp, you say you only value $100. That's all I'm saying. Man. Jermaine Jones, you said a great visual point. If they didn't get that, it can't be helped. Oh my goodness. Damn it. What is up with this fucking internet now? I had this shit. I fucking paid the extra bill, like the top dollar bill, and they fucking with me. Costas, he said, do I think someone with a disability, mental or physical, can get a girl in your honest opinion? Of course, dude. There's some dude, I can't remember his name. He's like a motivational speaker or some shit. I don't think he has any arms as a girl. If some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. Said these internet providers be on that for real. Man. Yeah, there's some dude, he ain't got no arms, no legs, and he got a fucking wife. So I'm just saying. He's a motivational speaker, nigga. I forgot his name up. Man, you said if that's the case, what motivation does a dude who is always getting rejected have to improve his game if he has value? If he has value is the same as a dude? What I'm missing your question, bro. I'm missing your question, bro. Man. For a guy who's disabled, it's probably going to be more challenging. You understand what I'm saying? Than a guy who's not disabled. But a lot of it is really your mentality, the way it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Game. So he said, if that's the case, what motivation does a dude who is always being rejected have to improve his game if his value is the same as the dude who gets a lot of chicks? Hey, if he's a dude who is always being rejected, have to. No, the thing is, he has to improve his game because his actual you know, the things that he wants to happen isn't happening. You understand? So that's why he needs to improve his game, because if he wants to get girls and he's not getting girls, he needs to figure out why he's not getting girls. And part of probably why he's not getting girls is because he doesn't value in himself. He keeps making the outside shit fuck with him too much. The outcomes you have are a reflection of you at the moment. You understand? So all the things that you have, or the things that you got going for you, is a response to your level of game, to the shit you put out, to the energy you put out to the world. You feel what I'm saying? You just numbers game, but to continue to be confident regardless of getting no results, as you know it will happen the more you approach. Well, this is the thing. If you're not getting results, you have to say to yourself, what is going on where I'm not getting results? But you also still should be confident. You shouldn't be feeling like, oh, I suck and this and that, and everything sucks, nobody likes me, because you're just going down a road of being on some shit where you're thinking that way, and that's going to come out in your actions. So what you do is you say, on a practical level, what improve? And see, that thought process is a more positive and powerful way to go at it, because then once you think about that, you say to yourself, oh shit, what are the solutions for me to get this going? Then when you start thinking of solutions, you implement those, and that's when you'll start getting results. See, guys just think, they be thinking they're meant to not get girls ever. You feel what I'm saying? That's what they be thinking. What's up? How was the gym? That was good? Okay. Oh, man. I'm almost done, so like whenever, you know. Wait, that's it. Thanks. All right. Yeah. That's cool. I'll open these ones right here. Hold on. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Crazy. Woo. But yeah, that's what it is, man. So how do you don't get embarrassed, self-conscious, frustrated after approaching tons of women and going through the ups and downs? Well, you gotta understand that it's not, none of that shit is a big deal. Cause see, the embarrassment comes from you taking the shit too goddamn seriously. You understand? Like, it's when you take the shit seriously, that's when you make the game harder on yourself. Because guess what? And I was actually gonna do a video about this on my I'm probably gonna do it still, but you have to understand in this game is you can't feel without feeling pain. Okay? I'm gonna say that again. You cannot feel pleasure without feeling pain. So what a lot of guys do is they're trying to get to the pleasure and trying to avoid the pain. So for example, you may want to get the pleasure of sleeping with a lot of women, right? But in order to get that, you have to go through of the rejection. You understand? You may want long-term girlfriend, which is the pleasure. Yes, I have a girl here, whatever. But you have to go through the pain of maintaining that situation. See, it's just different sides of the spectrum. But you can't have one without the other. You may want to make a lot. You may want to make a lot of money, have your own business, do a lot of, make millions of dollars, which is the pleasure. But you have to feel the pain of going through, the amount of work you got to do to get there. But dudes want all the pleasure without the pain. You want to work, you want to build muscle, and you understand what I'm saying, and get fit. You want the pleasure of being fit and looking great, but you don't want to deal with the pain of lifting the weights and fucking going out there making it happen. And this is why most cats ain't really getting it popping in the game, because they want all pleasure with no pain. And then even if you look at it on a objective level, right? You won't even necessarily look at it as just like pleasure or pain or good and bad. You would look at it as yin and yang, and it just is what it is. So when you are feeling the pain, you don't feel upset about it or distraught about it. You just understand this is the process. When you feel the pleasure, you enjoy the pleasure, but you don't make it seem as if this is, oh, I need this to see as happiness at all times, but you're just enjoying it and enjoying it for what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So, So yeah, man, you guys gotta understand that. Well, let me see if this thing is finished. Oh, it's almost finished doing this thing. Let me see. Let me see if I can try to take a call maybe real quick. Oh, you need this? Damn, what time is it? I gotta actually go and get this shit going. So listen, guys, I'm about to head out because I gotta do a few more things. But yo, I lines on. I just didn't have the phone lines on today because I'm shit on my computer. You feel me? So I'm doing it on the phone. So what I'm gonna do is on Friday, I'm gonna have same time at the 3:15 time. So tune in on Friday, and we could make it happen. Badboymembership.com to join the membership, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video tutorials. I appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel me? All join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com, Mr. Locario. Make sure Dre the Great, appreciate you putting that link up. You said that my investigate what's saying. This shit is bugging the fuck out, and I gotta see what's good with this. But yeah, but it was working fine earlier. You saw it was working for the first like half an hour. It was working perfect. But yeah, I just gotta keep this shit going. But anyway. But listen, yo, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I will holler at you guys on Friday, all right? So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Later.